You have been there. You called a company, an American company, one you have been a loyal customer of for years. You paid your bills. You bought their products. You told your friends about them. And when you needed help, when something went wrong and you picked up the phone, you ended up on hold for 45 minutes, connected to someone reading from a script in a call center 10,000 miles away, with no authority to actually solve your problem. You know that feeling. Most Americans do. Tonight on Words with Wentz, we are talking about what that feeling actually represents, what the data says about it, what the law says about it, and why I believe American companies owe American customers something better than this. To understand how we got here, you have to understand the business logic. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development has documented how globalization expanded companies' ability to organize production and services across national borders, including customer support operations. Countries like India and the Philippines became major destinations for outsourced call centers because of lower labor costs, large English-speaking workforces, and the ability to operate across time zones, providing round-the-clock coverage at a fraction of what it would cost domestically. From a spreadsheet perspective, this makes sense. Labor is often a company's largest operating cost. Cutting it dramatically improves the bottom line, and in a competitive marketplace, every dollar saved is a dollar that can go somewhere else. I understand the business case. I am going to make a different case, because the spreadsheet does not capture everything. The American Customer Satisfaction Index has measured customer experience across industries for decades. Their research consistently finds that 3 factors drive consumer loyalty: communication, reliability, and problem resolution. Communication, being understood and being heard; reliability, getting consistent, accurate help; problem resolution, having someone with the authority and knowledge to actually fix your issue. Outsourced call centers, by design, often struggle with all 3. Representatives working from scripts in a third-party facility overseas may have limited access to company systems, limited authority to make decisions, and limited context for the specific community and culture of the customer they are serving. That is not a criticism of the workers. Those are skilled, hard-working people doing the job they were hired to do. The criticism belongs to the companies that designed a system that prioritizes cost savings over the experience of the customer they are supposed to serve. Let me give you the numbers. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are approximately 2.9 million customer service representatives employed in the United States today. These are not abstract positions on a corporate org chart. These are real people in real communities earning a median hourly wage of $20.59, paying rent, buying groceries, raising families. The BLS projects that customer service employment will decline 5% from 2024 to 2034. 5% of 2.9 million is approximately 145,000 jobs, gone in 10 years. And the BLS is explicit about why, not just outsourcing, but automation and AI being layered on top of it, further reducing the need for American workers in a role that millions of Americans have depended on. Customer service jobs have historically been accessible, positions that do not require a 4-year degree, that provide stable income for communities that do not have access to highly specialized careers. When those jobs leave, the communities feel it, the families feel it, and the companies responsible for that decision still expect your loyalty as a customer. Here is what the law does and does not say. The Federal Trade Commission is clear. Companies remain responsible for the quality and security of the services provided under their name, regardless of whether those services are outsourced to a third-party contractor overseas. You cannot outsource your accountability. What the FTC does not do is prohibit outsourcing. There is no federal law that says American companies must employ American workers in their customer service operations. That decision is left to the companies themselves, and most of them have made it in favor of the spreadsheet, which means the enforcement mechanism is not legal, it is economic, and it belongs to you. Every dollar you spend is a vote. Every time you choose a company that invests in American workers over one that ships those jobs overseas, you are casting that vote. The market listens when consumers speak clearly. I want to be clear about what I am saying and what I am not saying. I'm not saying the workers in overseas call centers don't deserve their jobs. They do. Every worker deserves dignity and fair work. I'm not saying companies have no right to make business decisions. They do. That is how a market economy functions. What I'm saying is this. When an American consumer spends their money with an American company, buys their product, subscribes to their service, tells their friends and family to do the same, they are investing in that company. They are funding its growth. They are making its profits possible. And when that company responds by shipping the jobs that support those customers to the lowest cost labor market on earth, while keeping every American dollar, that is a broken contract, not an illegal one, a moral one. And in America, moral contracts matter. They always have. Patriotism is not just a flag on a bumper sticker. It is choosing to invest in the communities that invested in you. It is recognizing that the people who buy your products are the same people who live in the towns where you used to employ their neighbors, and it is deciding that their loyalty deserves more than a hold queue and a script reader 10,000 miles away. So what do you do with this? First, ask before you choose a service provider, a cable company, an insurance company, a bank. Ask where their customer support is based. Many companies will tell you, some will not. That answer tells you something too. Second, reward the ones who get it right. There are American companies that have made the decision to keep customer service domestic or to bring it back after outsourcing it. Some have found that the improvement in customer satisfaction and loyalty more than justifies the cost. Those companies deserve your business. Third, say something. When you have a bad experience, tell the company why. Not just that the call was frustrating, but that you noticed and that it affects your loyalty as a customer. Companies listen when it costs them. The FTC is clear that they are accountable for the service provided under their name. Hold them to that standard. This is Words with Wentz. Know your rights.
Let the signal cut through the noise. Reading between the lines. Every story leaves a trace, unlocking time and space.